Cowboys respond. Tony Pollard, 42 yards, Rob? Come on now.
See you later.
Races past the defense. After a 2-point conversion, the Cowboys take a 24-21 lead, but Minnesota comes right back. Cousins going deep for the rookie. Justin Jefferson behind 2 defenders, 39-yard score, and the Vikings hand the Cowboys yet another L, 28-24. Or did they? 2 minutes to go. Cowboys, 4th and 6. Andy Dalton to Amari Cooper. That's a 10-yard gain. Drive still alive. 3rd and goal now. Dalton finds Dalton Schultz. So now the Cowboys lead 31-28. So Vikings, did you get too far ahead of yourselves? Next possession, 4th and 6. Under pressure, Cousins.
Be like Sean Payton, what he saw in Taysom Hill. Like, you know, he was ahead of the curve.
Cowboys get it 31-28. Here's Zeke.
You know, it was definitely a win we needed. I can't even remember how long it's been since our last win, but you know, we've been struggling. But you know, today we put it together. We played 4 quarters of good football, and we pulled it out.
Obviously, an excellent team win for us. Well, I'm just so happy for our players. You know, it's been you know, a year through a lot of ups and downs. So just so gratifying to see these men get the victory today, because they damn well earned it, that's for sure.
All right, so the Cowboys snapped that 4-game losing skid, and at 3-7, decimated with injuries, all kind of stuff happening. They're just a half game out of first in the NFC East, and very much in the thick of things in the division, which is kind of tragic to say the least. But let's go to Minnesota here for a second, because they're going to feel as if they gave this game away. What did you make of their inability to close out a Cowboy squad who had been struggling?
Man, it's tough, especially when they've gone on a run here. You gain confidence. You have the running game, killing it in the running game, and the play-action pass starts to work for you. So this one's tough. When they watch this tape, they're going to see about 4 or 5 plays that they want to just turn the film off and not even watch the rest of it, because it all comes down to those plays. And if they make them, they win the football game, plain and simple.
But, Tim, if you're going to be a team that's trying to be on a roll and try to make a push for the playoffs, and you're facing a Cowboys squad that had lost, 5 games coming in, you've got to do something more than the Vikings did today, right?
You absolutely do. Rob's right. A lot of coaches will talk about gap plays, game-altering plays. You don't know when they're going to happen. There's only a handful of them in a game, and you need to make the play when it presents itself. Otherwise, it determines the football game, and when you go back and watch it, you end up being sick. And it's really about consistency. I mean, you see it in the highlights for Minnesota often. I mean, their ability to run the football, making plays at times defensively, big plays in the passing game. But it just seems like there are these little breakdowns in their consistency, and what that usually amounts to is looking back, exactly like Rob is talking about, looking back at something and being like, man, if it was just that play here and that play there, and this thing is totally different. And so, yeah, that's the challenge. And it's kind of a mental toughness that you need your team to have, because you don't know when that game-altering play is gonna present itself.
Yeah, you gave up 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to a squad that's been struggling with all kind of things. It's not how you try to get it done if, again, you're supposed to be a squad that can make that push for a playoff run. All right, let's take a look at some other action from Sunday, including the Dolphins and the Broncos. Tua back as the starter on the road to face the Broncos. Drew Lock company facing a 3rd and 10 here, and that's over the middle, dangerous position because it's intercepted by Devontae Parker. Excuse me, by Xavier Howard. Got ahead of myself. Dolphins take over with the short field, and what do? You look for Devontae Parker if you're Tua. Wait, how did he get both feet down, Rob?
Man is talented.
Look at that. Okay. Boom, boom. Tua's 6th career passing touchdown, just a few weeks into his NFL career. Dolphins up to 7-0. 3rd quarter, Broncos now leading 13-10. Melvin Gordon finds a hole. He's gone. His 2nd TD of the game. Broncos lead 20-10. 4th quarter, 3rd and 21 for Miami. Tua, Bradley Chubb just wrecks him. That was the 6th time that Tua had been sacked. You take a look, left leg gets caught in the turf. That would be the end of his day. Ryan Fitzpatrick would take over. Tua went 11 for 20 before leaving the game, and Dolphins trailing here. Fitzpatrick to Devontae Parker, 21 yards to convert the 3rd and 11. Dolphins now deep in Broncos territory. Fitzpatrick looking for Justin Simmons. Oh.
No Fitzmagic.
Couldn't do it. Justin Simmons there with the interceptions. Dolphins come back late to win it 20-13. Here's Brian Flores on the status of Tua.
No, Tua wasn't injured. We just felt like it was the best move at that point in the game. We had to get in a 2-minute mode, and we just felt like he gave us the best chance to win the game, which we had an opportunity at the end.
My thoughts were whatever was going to be best for the team. We couldn't, when I was in, we couldn't really get things going. And, Coach felt like it was the best decision to put Fitz in to try to give us a spark. So when I heard that, it's really what's best for the team. And, if we were to win with Fitz in there, the locker room would be a lot different. Everyone would be a lot happier. But it just sucks to lose.
All right, so with that 5-game win streak snapped, the Dolphins fall to 6-4. A game behind the Bills there in the AFC East going into Week 12. Patriots, Jets, they don't really matter. It's a 2-team race right now. Tim Hasselbeck back in. What did you make of Brian Flores' decision to take Tua out? Not because of the injury.
Yeah, well, it was surprising to hear him say that. When it happened, I wasn't exactly sure what the decision was because, as we saw in the highlight, Tua did get kind of rolled up on funny and been sacked a bunch in that game. They're down 10. And so I think there was an element that they clearly weren't playing well offensively. And so I thought that there was maybe a shot of, look, we can't protect him. It wasn't like they were blitzing their protections. They just had a hard time winning the battle up front. And so because of that, he was getting hit. He was getting sacked. He comes down funny. And I thought in a 10-point game, he just maybe thought, look, we're going to take him out. Then as that game, kind of changed and Fitz did, give them a bit of a spark and they caused a turnover, in their, inside their own 10-yard line, I thought, look, maybe they're going to put Fitz back out there because they think it gives them, gives them their best chance to win. And it sounds like from Brian Flores, from Tua, that was the plan. So, look, I don't think it's a great move to do that often. I do feel like in this situation, in this football game, it was probably warranted. But if you're trying to develop a young quarterback, every time that guy is struggling and you're down 10, you can't be in a situation where you yank him out of the football game. You can't. Now, it almost worked against the Broncos today, but I don't think that is the right plan to develop a quarterback going forward. And so, I would be really cautious about doing it if that was the plan in those situations in the future.
And Flores did say after the game that Tua will be the starter for the Dolphins' next game. So that's